Alright guys, so I got this little box today and it looks like it's the new BMS bracket. See how nice. Originally, these are the fittings. I originally ordered the 2-gallon tank, but then Terry came out with 1-gallon bracket here, and so this is gonna go in the trunk. That way I can use my trunk. Now you're going to have to tap right there. You're gonna have to tap for this straight fitting here, and you're gonna need a tap, which I went to the store and bought. It's 1/8 MPT. I don't know if you can see it. 1/8 MPT-27. So 1/8-27 MPT. You can see it. And then the drill bit that goes for it. So when you go to the hardware store, just make sure they usually come together in a kit. And I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap that, and we're gonna get busy and finish the install. Okay. So the bracket, this is the trunk. The bracket's gonna go right in here. So all you have to do is remove this clip out of the way, and then the clip that holds the ground for the battery, and then this should. So there it is. It doesn't come with nuts for that, so maybe it does. I gotta check, but you see how snug it is? Then the pump goes here. This tank goes there. Let's see how the tank mounts. Okay, it does bring the nuts. Never mind. It does bring the nuts. So it does come with the hardware, with the nuts for that. So then I guess this goes like this, something like that, lined up, and the pump goes there, and this goes here snug. So it's going to be very nice. Let's go ahead and start installing. So right now I'm going to go ahead and tap the 1-gallon tank. I got the drill with the drill bit. It's going to be tapped right on the thicker part on the bottom, and then we're going to tap it. So we'll go with that step first. We went ahead and tapped it. Now we're going to tap it by hand. I recommend when you tap these kind of things in plastic, you do it by hand because you can mess it up. So we're just going to use a little baby ratchet here with a little 10mm with the extra teeth. I don't know if you can see that. And we're just going to torque it down in there, and we're going to tap the hole by hand. Alright, I can't hold the camera and do it at the same time, so I'm just going to tap it and come back when it's done tapped. But I just wanted to show you. They sell something that you can put this to a hand, but you want to tap things by hand. Now if you feel comfortable doing it with the drill, you can do that, but by hand there's less chances you're going to mess it up. We went ahead and tapped it. Now we're going to go ahead and test the fitting. Alright. Okay, it's threading. It's threading in there. Just got to put a little paste. So, looks like we're good. Let's take it out. Alright guys, I went ahead and installed it. I used 5mm extendo, because this ones, they're hard to get if you don't have the extendo. They're 5mm. See? So I installed it. It's all nice and snug. You can see the fitting. I'm gonna let the fitting sit overnight with the juice. I flipped it backwards because if you look at the arrows, they're aiming that way. So we're gonna go from here, from the bottom of the tank to the inlet. You see the flow goes that way to the inlet, and then from here it's gonna come out. So we got this mounted, and we're gonna go to the next step. Thanks. Alright guys, this is the hardest part, getting the routing. So you can see the brackets installed, the pump is installed. So from the bottom, you can't put the gallon first because the torque it is behind that. So if you put this first, then you can't torque this. So from the bottom of the tank, which goes here, we're gonna run the little fitting from the bottom and then connect it here. And then from here, see it's a tight space. I'm gonna have to take the pump off again. And from here we're gonna route it. And this hose, you see how I routed it very nicely. So I routed it through under here. I took this completely off. It's ran all through in here. Then see it comes out through here, and it's gonna follow all the black harness all the way to the front. Let me move to the front. I got it closer, but I'm gonna start. You see it's gonna move all through the harness. I poked it through, and here's the red wire and thing. I'm gonna start by reinstalling my JB4, the FSB, the quick connector here. I'm gonna run the line from the quick connector to the filter to here, and then I'm gonna start working my way through from the front to the back. So then at the end, whatever excess I have, I just cut it down here at the end, right? So we're gonna start with that. We removed the mass sensors, two 10mm bolts, and we're gonna install the quick connect. As you can see, I put Teflon paste on all the threaded fittings. You gotta put Teflon paste here. The other ones I did as well. This is the stuff I used. Pipe joint compound. We're going to start by doing the quick connect. We're going to run the line through here. We're going to start from the front of the car all the way to the back. Alright guys, I'm just going to the electrical installing. I'm installing the FSB to the JB4. The FSB has two wires. The blue one and orange one right here. The orange one goes into the number 3 spot, and the blue one goes into the number 16. And the thing is, numbers probably going to be really hard to see with the camera, but they're numbered. You see the two, and you make sure you push them all the way in. Now I'm going to put the JB4 back together, put the grommet around, and then we're going to do the rest of the installment.